Hey, it's your boy SergDragon, and welcome back to another edition of the Heavens Monsters Podcast, Monday edition. We got 2 episodes of Impact, and with me always is Team Money, King of Puppies. There you go. Oh, before this thing blacks out. So, oops. Shoot. Hey, give me that. Got to charge up his phone while we're doing this, so. There you go. Okay, so we're going to be covering 2019, February 2nd, and March 1st. So let's go. On February 22nd, it was after the pay-per-view Uncaged, where Johnny Impact returns to Las Vegas for a night as the retained Impact Champion. Okay, this part I can say for sure. We have Johnny saying that he had put 3 faces off his list and he was done with them. But sadly to say, Moose comes out to crash the party, followed by Killer Kross, clearly stating that they're not done. You're out of frame, bro.
Oh, sorry.
In which case, a feud between them gets heated up because of the fact that Moose betrayed him, Killer Kross, I mean, in a fatal 4-way match, and that kind of ticked him off to a point that he mentioned that you have any idea how irritating it is to be around you and to actually look at you and criticize your, what is that? Why are you wearing those shoes? And he's like, hey, don't talk about my clothes, man. Don't you dare. And he's criticizing his favorite fashion designer and stuff. Johnny Impact goes and stirs the pot and has those two fight each other to determine the next number 1 contender. So they end up fighting, but in the crosshairs, Killer Kross takes one of the commentators' hot cup of coffee and throws it right into Johnny Impact's face. Yeah. Which ultimately then causes Johnny to go in while the match is still going to attack both Kross and Moose and leaves it as a no contest. The two of them then shake hands, showing that this was all a facade. All this time, they're still buddies, and they're jumping on Johnny. This is where things get interesting. Brian Cage comes out and helps out Johnny, and even picks up his title and gives it right back to him, considering even he has to admit he didn't get screwed at Uncaged, because he laid his finisher almost the exact same time as Johnny, but he had to pin 1 second. Literally, you can count 1 second, because by the time Cage had his pin, the referee had already tapped 1, 2, 3 by that order. And he's looking up like, wait, what's going on? Did I just lose? But hey, he lost, but you weren't first for the pin. And he pinned Moose while Cage was pinning Kross. Wait. Yep. No contest. Yep. There you go. This is the part I was looking for. Johnny Impact then thanks Brian Cage for the assist that night and wants to actually put forward on paper saying that he's not trying to screw Brian Cage out of his one-on-one title shot, but puts also in his face saying that the only reason why you're not getting it is because of those two, Moose and Kross. You tag up with me next week, and we'll take care of these guys, and you get your number 1 contenders match. And he even puts the paper in his face, and he's like, you serious? I'm serious. Look at the paper. You sign it, you date it, you say when, and it's done. We'll have our number 1 one-on-one match. There you go. Up to his word. It would be also noticed that the return of Reno Scum the tag team comes back to Impact the next following week, which we'll cover on the 1st of March. This is funny right here. The Rascals are having themselves a little debate and saying they took care of this. They're trying to one up each other, and they're doing it like they're high as fuck, but they're trying to act like freaking divas. Like fine. What the hell is going on? And Damien X is just looking at this like, what the hell is going on here? Well, how about I fight this guy tonight, and then we'll have that. Well, then me and Damien will fight the Desi Hit Squad, or how you pronounce it? Desi Hit Squad, and beat them. And he's just looking in there in between them, be like, don't I get a say? No. Like that. It's like, here comes the freaking Gama Singh out of nowhere saying, this is how you prepare for a match against the Desi Hit Squad? You smoking this stuff? You need to pop this. He pulls out one of those freaking urns with the freaking tube. He's fixing in their mouths and it go all three of them. He freaking loads them. That's what he does. He loads them. So when the match does come into play, you can see the Desi Hit Squad is all fresh, while the other two, the Rascals are just like out of it completely. Like they can't even see the ring. They're like they don't even know what's in front of them. They think it's just air, and all they see is something else. Well, despite having them getting spiked with something from that urn and shit, the Rascals still won the match. I don't think it did them any good. I think it just got them more wired. He didn't give them kryptonite. He gave them the freaking solar bomb. The Superman references. Sami Callihan. He visits Rick Swann in the hospital after he put him in there, and then convinces him to come back to being his family member. While he's talking loud. He's being aggressive. The nurse comes in saying only family members can be here at this hour. Whatever the reason, I guess he convinced him. Rick Swann says quietly, because I had to rewind and turn up the volume to hear him, he says he's family. He then gives him an OVE shirt and says, I'll see you when you get out. I'm like, oh boy. We'll be covering his side of the story on March 1st edition. Eli Drake versus Eddie Edwards, round 2. Ultimately, it would be Eddie Edwards' win, getting him with a ground-based pin. He was trying to use Kenny, but he didn't do it. He psyched Eli Drake out. Here we go. In backstage, Tessa Blanchard is furious that management won't grant her rematch. She believes it's because of their recent attacks, or her recent attack on Gail Kim. She blames Gail Kim for everything. Nah, it ain't. See, she keeps forgetting that she attacked someone else that wasn't a wrestler before she attacked Gail Kim. That just put fuel to the fire to what she already started for herself. Mm-hmm. But they don't talk about that. That's the thing. I don't think she wanted to be on camera. The girl in question who got attacked first before Gail Kim came for the assist. Yep. And it's because of that where these two new girls, Talea. No, this one.
Oh, Alicia.
Oh, that's how you say it?
Yeah.
Oh, Alicia versus Danielle Doom, a new girl to the Impact roster. They have themselves a nice little match. And oddly enough, Miss Little Doom hits the 619 early on in the match. But sadly to say, I can skip to the end. Tessa Blanchard interrupts the match and attacks both women, laying them both in the mat, specifically hitting a hook DDT on Doom. Doom then issues a challenge to Tessa Blanchard next week. We'll cover that on March 1st in just a bit. A new wrestler's coming to Impact called Ace Austin. Can't say for sure what he's about, but there's a lot of hype going on with him. Okay. And here's what you might like. It's a different kind of puppies on the dark side, but this is interesting. Where Rosemary tells Jane Mitchells that he must return Allie to her. But he can't do that. The deal was made with Allie that thus became Dark Allie. He's hers for the keeping. So a deal was made from the old ways. A match. A team match. Dark Army versus Dark Army. Su Yung and Dark Allie will fight Rosemary and her supposed teams that she has to get to fight against Dark Allie and Su Yung. Whoever wins, Allie comes to Rosemary if Rosemary wins, but should Rosemary lose, James Mitchells takes her soul to whoever he works for. He even said it. If he was able to get the demon assassin to his master, that would be the crown jewel of his collection. His words exactly.
Don't you call Allie, it'd be funny if you call Allie the demon rabbit.
I don't know. I think Rosemary has ideas to actually bring her back to her bunny happy side. Mm-hmm. Regular Allie.
Mm-hmm. Fun-loving Allie.
Mm-hmm. And here's a match that a lot of people were... a lot of people were very upset with. The Lucha Brothers defend their titles one last time against LAX. One second. You got a text, so it's important text. I'll leave it at that. 12 minutes in, we're good. The match would go on, and the Lucha Brothers, to sum it up, retain their titles. Conan then proceeds to have them both shake their hands once and for all. Win, lose, draw, that's it. Sadly to say, the hands were extended by LAX, but the Lucha Brothers put their hands up in their face using their hand signs and stuff. LAX then attacked the Lucha Brothers, and demasked them both as they walk away. And that would be the end. Yep, that would be the end of the night. In a shocking turn of events. So this ain't over. I'm going to give him a sec. We'll be right back with March 1st edition of Impact. And we're back with March 1st, 2019 Impact Wrestling Review. The night would start with Willie Mack versus Jack Chris from the OVE. It'd be interesting enough that the match would end in disqualification thanks to his brother, Dave Chris, interfering. As a means to helping him out, a surprise guest showed up. We thought he was done. Nope, he's not done. It's Tommy Dreamer, the innovator of violence. People are screaming ECW. And apparently, to his aid, it becomes a tag team match, ultimately ending in the win of Willie Mack and Tommy Dreamer. Woo. Next up, KM and Falaba fight the returning Rito Scum. An interesting fact, KM and Falaba win their match, ultimately having Rito Scum attacking them from behind. The team of Rito Scum comprised of Adam Thornthal,
Stowe.
And Stowe, and Luster the Legend. What the hell? One of them was bald-headed, now he's got a full beard and hair again. From what I understand. From what I saw. It was he looked pretty good. Either which way, with no hair on shaved face or with both hair and on his face and hair at top of his head. It was pretty good. After they attacked him and laid him out, KM and Falaba show a side that we have not seen at all. You want to talk about two fun-loving guys get angry as hell? Woo! Falaba, only a man, a few words. Bah, 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 bah. His hand gesture said he was going to take your balls and feed it to you. At least that's what I seem to understand. KM was like, "Oh, boy, you can't say that language. Ah, no, no, no." Ultimately, KM speaks for both him and Falaba, saying that if you didn't understand it, I feel sorry for you when Falaba does to you what he said, and you're gonna be in hell. Ah, ah. He sticks his tongue out. That's the first I've seen him do that. This is gonna be fun to see that side of them. What the? Glenn Ilberlite.
That's Disco Inferno.
Oh, is Disco Inferno? Yeah, that's right. He was going in for his job interview and finally got talked with certain people. He got into the office and apparently he thought he was given an actual job. He's trying to find the guy who hired him. Can't find him anywhere. All the other guys were joking, making sick. He's talking about the X Division, trying to get him into matches with win and loss. And they're just throwing jokes at him like he's a joke. And even saying that he got hired to bring them coffee. Like, no, that's not what I'm here for. That's not what I was told. I need to find this guy. So he then later runs into Tommy Dreamer, and they talking about the mascot owl, the Oscar owl, something like that. The blue owl you see on the mats. Yeah. Apparently, he's real, and it's a wrestler. It's a real owl. He's in the freaking office or locker room. And he's like, "Oh, what the hell? You want me to train that thing? You want me to talk that thing down?" Yeah, Tommy Dreamer throws him in there. It's like, ugh, what an idiot. And he's getting torn up by that owl. He comes out covered in feathers and spitting.
He's a WCW legend.
He's not being treated like one.
Yeah. He was a member of the NWO Wolfpack and member of the Filthy Animals. With Conan, Billy Kidman, and Rey Mysterio.
Backstage, Scarlett Bordeaux reveals that her in-ring debut will take place next week. So if today, that night was on the 1st, we talking about March 8th is when she debuts. You might want to turn in on Pursuit Channel for that one, bro. Because it's one of his favorite blondes.
Well, she's not my favorite no more.
One of your favorites. I would say in the top 10 at least.
No, she's not my favorite, period.
Is she in your top 10 at least?
No.
Ah, fuck.
You know my girl is.
Well, at least who's your favorite in Impact right now?
I don't watch Impact. But y'all know who my favorite is. She's always been my favorite. She's been my favorite for the past 19
Trish Stratus.
Yeah, 19 years.
Stratisfaction boy.
Yeah.
But now he's got that manly. What? So no Scarlett Bordeaux.
Right. No Scarlett Bordeaux.
None.
Nada.
Not even if she was to come up to you right now.
I'll walk away and say, I'll say her.
Da-na-na.
I'll say her.
Da-na-na. She's got her hands on you, talking to you in a seductive way.
Yeah, but I ain't getting no kids from her.
You know she ain't. She's teasing you. She wants something from you. I don't know what it is. If that was the case. I'm serious. I would call her a 7. Excuse me? You're good looking. But I'm not a guy who likes blondes, and I sure as hell don't like that attitude of yours. So you a 7. Deal with it. That's what I was saying to her.
I'll be like Billy Gunn when he told Deborah when she was trying to seduce him with her puppies.
What?
He told her, "Suck it."
Yeah. And she said, what? She said that.
She goes, "What?"
Okay, let me see. Here we go. The match that put people in a question. Tessa Blanchard versus the second in-ring debut of Delea Doom. How you pronounce it? Delea Doom. The girl who called out Tessa Blanchard after she interrupted her match. Debuting match at that. Although, gotta admit, how you pronounce it again? Delea definitely gave Tessa Blanchard a run for her money. But sadly, Tessa put her down. Let me see. That's what it's called, a boss saw DDT. That's Tessa Blanchard's route. Rosemary recruits
Jordan Grace
and Kiera Hogan for the Dark War against James Mitchell. That's our co-worker. He's going home. It's that time. Ethan Page versus Wins. I'm guessing that's from the Rascals. Yep. And you're gonna like this.
What?
Impact's teamed up with NFL Illuminati. So they actually have Hall of Fame NFL players in the audience. So freaking all ego Ethan Page goes in there and looks at them and says, "Why are you even here?" He shoves them and he gets shoved back, and that gives freaking Wiz the freaking opportunity to get his ass, and he does. Ethan Page, all ego, gets freaking beat because of his. He had to pick a fight with the freaking. He had to pick a fight with the Hall of Fame NFL players. Ace Austin debuts on Impact Wrestling next week on the 8th, along with Scarlett Bordeaux. So it's 2 debuts in one night. Sami Callihan gives us his side of the story. Honestly, it was no different than Rick Swan's side of the story. Talking about how he picked up Rick Swan and helped him out. There was no bad mouthing, how he lived this, how he was that. There was kind of bad mouthing when he mentioned that his mom died, his dad murdered. And he said it like that. But otherwise, that's it. So, I don't know. We might actually have a new member of OVE and Rick Swan, the X Division champion. He's still the X Division champion, if anybody forgot. I haven't. I'm still happy he's the X Division champion. Just sad that we haven't seen much of X Division title matches in Impact right now because of this storyline. Here we go. Your boy Conan. Backstage, LAX says they attacked and unmasked the Lucha Brothers last week because they felt disrespected when they didn't shake their hands. Conan is furious at the decision they made, but says it doesn't say this. He said he'll try to get them a rematch at the Gold. So, yeah. This is going to be bad blood and family, man. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, you can have. That's last. Okay. Last match of the night. The tag team between Johnny Impact and Brian Cage versus Moose and Killer Cross. This went completely different than what I thought it would. While it's true that while they were on the same page, they were doing signature moves with one powerhouse, one stunt man. Dude, they were doing stunts like crazy. They were actually helping each other. We had Brian Cage throwing Johnny around, having him hook his leg, and he does a backflip right into Cross. I was like, damn, that's just one. So many interesting talents. Even Cage, who had a Cross holding him from behind, saw freaking Johnny's move coming from afar, ducked, and he kicked Cross right up the head. Unlike that mistake that was a couple of weeks ago. I guess they had some practice put in. Mm-hmm. But thanks to the teamwork of Moose and Cross, the seductive Cross, and Moose had some furry ass clothes. Look it up. Look up Moose's outfit on March 1st. Look it up. You got to see this, and we got to show them, because the best I can describe it, it looked like a fancy robe. One side painted, spray painted yellow with M, which stands for money, and dollar symbols, and the other was still plain white with freaking skulls over it, and it was fluffy with like a mane of a wolf. I mean, a wolf of a lion. I'm like, what the hell is he wearing? And he showed off that on his Instagram, he said. I'm like, what the hell? But nonetheless, the teamwork that Cross and Moose did actually injured not only Johnny Impact's leg, that put him literally out of commish, basically, because he's still hurting outside the ring, while Brian Cage is taking on both of them by himself, and he get badly injured. His head is bleeding, and Cross is just wiping his brow, wiping on his chest, and even licking his arms like a sick mass, murder. Killer Cross, ladies and gentlemen. And they continue on the onslaught, and when you believe that Brian Cage is down for the count, he gets the hype. He gets that one last hype of adrenaline to kick their asses, go for the corner where he expects Johnny Impact. He looks over the ring, and he can see all the medics, a bunch of people crowding around Johnny Impact and his terrible condition that he's in, wondering, what the hell? He gets back up, realizing that he has no partner, and he's then put in a terrible chokehold submission by Killer Cross. And what?
You said it was furry?
Yeah, let me see.
What's this guy?
Nope. Where is it? What the? Riddler? Well, while I'm looking at this, I can say for certain, Killer Cross did not tap out. He passed out. Thus, Moose and Cross won with a very shocking win and distaste in the fans. They booed throughout the stadium until the show ended. That would be the end of the night. I'm trying to find it. I don't see it.
You say put it on it, didn't you?
Yeah, that's what they said. And it's already been 3 days, so where the hell is it? Okay, look up, Google it, or whatever you got on your iPhone. What is that, iPhone 10?
iPhone 7.
iPhone 7. He hasn't upgraded to the 10 yet, so he doesn't have the face emojis.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Say it.
That's it. Impact Wrestling Moose outfits. Okay, I gotta click it on that. Images. Okay, I'm gonna say Moose. Moves outfit. I said Moose. Moose. Okay. M-O. There you go. Let me see if it shows up on your list. Your list. I don't see it. Okay, let me try something else. Okay, go here. On March 1st. Okay. Oh, shoot. I didn't realize it would do that. Impact Wrestling. It's weird. I can't find it. This is weird. See, you see all this other stuff, but you don't see the outfit in question. That's messed up. Damn. Well, I guess we're not going to be able to see it because it's not even in here. That sucks. I'll see if I can find it later and show it to my bros and say, what the hell is he wearing? All right, here's your phone because clearly I can't find it. You would think that'd be all over the internet or something.
Exactly.
For Wrestling Source. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess we're going to have to cut it from there. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Hit that subscribe button if you like the content, and hit that notification bell for the next Heavy Monsters podcast. As always, a shout out to our boys, Xavier Hill and Mike Henry. A link to their YouTube pages will be in the description down below. Another shout out to our boys, Renee, Farrell, Delvin, Andre, and Chris Petrie. Also, I want to give a shout out to my boy, Xavier Hill. Thank you for mentioning me and Mikey for your ninth rant on Kevin Owens. We'll see if we can see what happens this Tuesday, this week, on Friday's normal edition of the Heavens Monsters podcast. Till then, peace out.
Bye.
Have a nice night.
Have a nice night.